A three-card trick. That's how the opposition spokesman on energy described the latest GCT cut on electricity by his government counterpart recently. Here's more in this report. Despite the government's push to reduce the alleged intolerable cost of electricity in Jamaica, the opposition appears unmoved by their efforts. Opposition spokesman on Energy Phillip Paulwell says the initiatives have come far too late.
What is amusing about the minister's presentation is that presentation really should have been given 9 years ago when the government just came into office. They are signaling belatedly the importance of energy to growth, and the fact is that Jamaica has not grown, largely because the energy policy that we had left there was discontinued, and all of a sudden we are hearing the minister now speaking about a number of initiatives.
Effective May 1, a reduced GCT rate of 7% was applied to all energy charges of both postpaid and prepaid residential customers of the Jamaica Public Service, JPSCO. The new rate replaces the 15% GCT that was previously applied to usage over 150 kilowatt hours. Paulwell perceives there may be some political ruse in the blend of offerings made by the minister in his sectoral presentation earlier in May.
I believe the issue of GCT on electricity is really a three-card trick, because those persons who were using electricity up to 150 kilowatt hours, they weren't paying GCT. We had removed GCT from their payments. Today, it is now applicable. And while the government has given a temporary reprieve, we believe that is just because of the elections. Right after the elections, if they were to win, then GCT is back on for the majority of poor people. When we win, we'll ensure that no GCT is applicable to those persons who use below 150 kilowatt hours.
He didn't end there, citing concerns amid his short-lived praise for the US $90 million deal inked between Trinidad and Tobago and the state-run oil refinery Petrojam. Under the deal, Petrojam will supply close to 1 million barrels of very low sulfur fuel oil and high sulfur fuel oil to Trinidad and Tobago to refuel ships. Although there's much revenue to be generated, the former energy minister is weighing the cost.
It is a good deal, but because of the indecision about Petrojam, even with that deal last year, Petrojam lost a lot of money. For the first time in many years, Petrojam suffered a massive loss in its operations. We have to, well, firstly, the government has not settled what it's going to do with Petrojam. So there has been a lot of decisions that ought to have been taken to enable Petrojam to have a firm grasp as to the future, to promote more deals like the one that they did with Trinidad. And that is not happening, and the government really has fallen down. 6-7 years ago, there was a report about Petrojam. Now that report has not cleared cabinet.
When asked whether he'd be sharing insights on how to make the deal better, he quipped the JLP won't be in power much longer, adding, "Time come."